Yo, what up, though? It's your man. We over here at the A&M Street Studios, as always, on the Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? We about to get ready to jump into another Saturday conversation. Episode number 73. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about everything today. We're talking about that coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about that self-quarantine. We're talking about the fact that the whole world shut down right now. We're talking about Pi Day. You know what I'm saying? Get your pie. Or your 3.14, something.
Supreme mathematics.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about steak and blowjob day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an important holiday as well. It's a fucking important holiday.
I didn't see it on my calendar, but I'll put it
there. It's definitely on your calendar, my friend.
It should be.
You know what I'm saying? J Electronica finally drops an album. And we're going to talk about a lot of other shit today, too, as well. We're also getting ready for our yearly March Madness. You know, last year we had the Battle of the R&B Stars.
Mount Rushmore R&B.
The Mount Rushmore of R&B. This year we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of Saturday morning cartoons, motherfuckers. But let me go ahead and hit this...
official record.
Hit this official record situation. Make it official. Yo, what up, though? It's your man, DJ Caveman.
And DJ IMO.
We back again for another motherfucking episode of the Saturday Conversation, as always, in the A&M Street Studios. Well, most of the time.
Yeah. Well,
shout out to Will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always holding it down for us.
Tron D. We
got Jay Jordan in the chat early.
Yeah.
He's quarantined and shit. Everybody's quarantined right now.
Yeah.
Whether it's self-quarantined or not, you know what I'm saying? You don't really want to be going out too many places if you don't really need to go.
No.
However, if you do go out, make sure that
you're safe?
You're safe and wash your fucking hands. You should already be doing a lot of this shit, though, right? You should already be washing your hands.
It's the basics.
You should already be, keeping yourself clean and fucking not coughing in people's faces. And
do you think it's rude to be walking around with, like, your own, like, Lysol spray and just be spraying around shit while you're walking? You think that's a little bit too rude?
Like in the air?
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Yeah, it is.
That's a little much. However, I did fly last week or the week before.
Fly?
Yeah, I flew. We went to Detroit for the homie Brian Bradley. He
No, the fact that you said that we did fly.
We did fly. We did fly. Not like a drug or anything, but we flew. Nadine and I went on a trip. We went to Detroit for the day.
Okay.
To celebrate with the man Brian Bradley on his nuptials.
Cheers to that.
Brian and Shayna. They tied it out on February 20th, but this was their reception. You know what I'm saying? It was a good situation. I got put on the spot.
How so?
So I'm sitting there. This is the funny story that I haven't told Brian. So if he's listening, he's gonna laugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a friendly surprise.
It's gonna be a surprise, right?
Well, if people are self-quarantined, we're here to entertain them.
Hey, the not so silent producer is watching.
Hey.
So we get there and shit, right? So we're like, we got a pregame, right? Because we got on the plane Friday morning. The reception was that Friday night. Got on the plane Friday morning, flew to Detroit. Bam, got the rental, checked into the hotel. We're like, all right, boom, it's wreck out here now. So we got to hit the dispensary, obviously.
Oh yeah, so, I saw that they have Jedi Master out there in Detroit too.
Hit up my one of my local connects, Big Folk. You know what I'm saying? And he put us down with the dispensary that we could get our recreational medicine from. And we went and picked up some candy, some edibles and shit. And
do you go for names or do you just go for whatever is clever?
We just got edibles, man.
No, like, do you look like what they make it with? No, like that's...
Nah, I look for the THC content only.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Like if I need something, like if it's, 30, 25, 30, 45 milligrams, that's what I care about, because I can gauge that in my brain. I don't care about what I'm smoking.
Okay, you know I'm more so about names and
I'm
taste. I'm becoming
marijuana.
more of a snob now that I've entered that realm of things.
Don't get me wrong, like I do the thing like where I'm like, oh, okay, this tastes like, it's like all that sommelier, but I'm not trying to be a...
Yeah, but I don't like skunk and cheesy weeds.
Nah.
I don't like that.
Although, was it sour cheesel?
Yeah, I was going to get that.
That's a pretty good one.
Anyway. Okay.
Anyway, so we go to the dispensary, we pick up some hard candies and a brownie. And then we go to the liquor store, obviously, because we got pregame for the shit. We don't know what it's gonna be like. So we buy some vodka, and as we're going in, pop like 3 shots of vodka, like just swigs, right out the bottle, like a wino.
Okay.
Right? 3 swigs of vodka. And then I take
like you're about to fuck somebody up, like you're about to quit your job. Just took some joke like.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this job. I'm about to.
Well,
quit.
no, but also I'm like, well, we about to go in here and fucking
turn up.
Good, turn up, right?
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. I don't want to give anybody any ideas that fitting to quit their job.
Nah, don't do that.
Nah, don't take 2 shots before.
Don't take 2 shots before you go into your job.
Because now they have a reason to arrest you. I think this motherfucker's drunk.
They can't really arrest you though. They have to send you to rehab.
Oh, that's if you're smooth though.
Hey, listen, this is what I'm gonna hit you to some game, and maybe they haven't changed this yet.
They
but
can't really fire me.
From what I know, if you go to work and you're just hammered at work, and you have a history of being hammered at work, they can't just fire you. They have to send you to rehab.
Yo, I know a dude. I worked with a dude that did that shit. Yo, he used to come in dumb drunk all the time. You smell it on him, and then every time, because we used to work in a call center, you could hear him just talking dumb loud. So probably like what I'm doing right now, just expressing like how loud he's talking. But nah, like I know what you mean. But
yeah. So anyway, so I take my couple of shots.
It's a nice little power move.
And then Nadine
Can't
goes,
get pregnant,
"Hey,
so.
what you gonna do about this edible?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh shit, yo, I'm gonna just take that shit. I'm gonna eat it."
Mm-hmm.
So I took the edible and I ate that shit, and it was just like a little piece of hard candy, nothing too crazy, a little piece of hard candy. And it was like 100 milligrams in the thing, so it was like 4 candy. It's like 25 milligrams. That's straight, right? You'll be chilling.
It depends on who you are and your level of experience, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna be chilling.
Yeah,
However,
you're high intermediate right about now.
I'm a high expert, dog.
Okay.
I'm an expert at this being high shit.
Okay, all right.
So
I'll give it to you.
my tolerance is up there, is what I'll say.
Okay.
25 milligrams, I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm not stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're lamping in the cut.
yeah, I'm in the cut. I'm cooling. I'm being social. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a good time.
All right.
So we go inside. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, now we're seeing people that we know, and it's like, all right, dude, we got to do a shot. All right, cool. Now I'm 4 shots in, on top of my little edible candy, who at some point is gonna creep up on me.
Oh, time released.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At some point this edible's gonna kick in on me. But I'm being festive at this point, right? So I'm not really worried. And then the candy creeps in, and I'm like, yo. Straight, all right, cool. I'm feeling it now. Like now, I'm loose.
Oh, the boots and pants start kicking. It's not the bass is starting.
Yeah. The boots and cats is kicking in. Everything is.
Yeah, you like the boots and cats.
Boots and cats, yeah.
I'm the boots and pants.
And beef. Boots and cats and beef.
Oh,
Bees. That's my favorite shit.
Yeah, let's not go down that road again.
Hey, real quick, go on YouTube, search boots and cats, and enlighten your day. But anyway, after the show, obviously, don't do that shit right now because we're in the middle of a fucking podcast. But anyway, check it out. So
go ahead.
Shit's going on, party's going, people are there, we're being social, everything's all right. You know what I'm saying? We're having some they're a little spread out. Mm-hmm. So we're having some vittles and shit. And out of nowhere, this dude rolls up on me. He's like, "Hey, dude, thanks for coming and shit. We about to do a little champagne toast, and I'm gonna need you to do that shit for me." And hands me the mic, and then walks away. So now I got 3 minutes.
And Dougie Fresh, you're on.
And I'm on. So now,
on. Okay.
But at this point,
I'm
high as fuck. Like, I'm super high. I'm not talk to people high. I'm like vibe out with my lady high.
You're fresh into the atmosphere high.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're not even coasting yet.
Like the oxygen, I'm still floating in the spaceship. Like I haven't, nothing's leveled out yet.
You still ascending.
I'm still.
You now turn the curve where
you. Like I haven't flattened out yet. I'm still on my way up. I'm taking off.
Okay.
I'm at my 35 degrees. I'm on my way up. I'm going high.
All right. Dope shirt.
Oh yeah, of course. You see the Pistons always.
Yeah, that's why the Knicks beat y'all. But go ahead.
Hey, but you ain't rocking your Knicks, so
yeah,
just quiet that noise.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
So listen, I'm high, and I'm slowly getting higher at this point.
You're in the rocket ship like
this. And now I'm getting some. I'm like, fuck. So now I'm trying to think, like, what am I gonna say? Right? Me and B, we go back some years. You know what I'm saying? I met this dude in the '90s.
All right.
It's 2020.
All right.
I didn't know B since.
So you knew him back when you was a a large went double extra large.
Yeah,
Days.
I knew B back in the XL, double XL days, right?
Yeah, even if he was a large guy, you still wearing that big.
Yeah.
shit.
The 90s, like 99, 2000. Like I done known the motherfucker like 20 years, right? So now I'm going back. I'm like, I can't tell that story. I can't tell that story. Ooh, I tell that story. This might be over before it starts. Like that type of shit, right? And I'm like, damn, if this dude would have gave me like a couple hours, I could have crafted together like a really, really, really nice situation for this dude. But instead, I had to get up and wing that shit. And I did the shit high as fuck. And when you watch the video that Nadine took, which I'll show you offline, you could see the level of highness that, look at he's fucking laughing. You can see my level of highness, dog. like
You started getting wide-eyed?
like it was literally like,
I'm
yo,
not high? What are you talking about? I'm not high? Did you have one of them moments?
Yeah, dude, the whole fucking 2.5 minutes that I was on there, I was, man, I wasn't coasting, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, using the rocket ship now it's starting to break, break into the atmosphere.
Shout out to Brian for getting married, but also fuck you, dude, for putting me on the spot like that. And I'm glad that he was happy with the toast that I did give him. I was able to still kind of put something together that wasn't trash bags. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it didn't go viral for the wrong reason.
I don't even think it's up like that to go viral.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not so high. I wasn't so high looking that it would go viral.
You wasn't like Patrick Ewing sweaty.
Nah. I was cool, calm, and collected.
Talking about and
on the exterior, but when I started talking, you ever feel so high that you feel like you're like mumbling, like you're not talking loud enough.
Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me quite a bit.
Or you feel like you're gonna slur your speech and sound like a drunk asshole, and you just like you don't really know if the message you're conveying, it sounds different in your head than it might sound coming out of your mouth.
All right, so the way I can explain it is you're in a car, because this actually happened to me before. You're in a car with somebody going 100 miles an hour. You're in the passenger seat. You don't want to be the person to go, yo, dog, you might want to slow down a bit because you don't want to be the punk. But then you're conscious that you're going 100 miles an hour. So it's like, all right, I'm calm, I'm cool, all right, everything's with it. But the car is still racing and you're not in control. Kind of like that?
Nah, I felt like maybe. I felt like I was in control, but I had like a loose grip on the steering wheel.
Oh, so like you was gripping over like
I had a loose grip.
Dude,
I had a loose grip on the steering wheel. Like if you hit a bump going that speed,
yo, dude, this is not the time to tie your shoelace, dude. But you had your hand on the steering wheel.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, the toast came out all right, and it ended up being a pretty good night. But man, I was fucking toasted. All so right. Fuck you for that shit, B.
Yeah, I'm glad you was understanding that when we had that leap year party night, and you was like, all right, so you're gonna do a set, right?
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, and I was
like that, except I couldn't turn it down.
Yeah, I was turning it down either way.
Turn it down. It would have been like if I was like, yo, I need you to do like a 15-minute set,
and then walk away.
And just walk away. Like go outside and like, yo, I gotta run to the store real quick. Yo, I need you to do 15 minutes. I'll be right back, and then just dip.
See, that's probably the difference between me and you. I would have probably been like, all right, he'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, but
like real talk. Like I'm not, because I was so high at that point, and I was comfortable at that point. Where it's like,
dude, I'll
say no and not feel bad about it.
I tried to pass that shit off, dog. Oh look, Brian's in the chat. What up, Brian? We was just talking about the toast, man.
Congratulations,
and how you put me on Super Blast and how high I was, but you didn't know how high I was, and if you did, you're even more of an asshole. But you didn't see me take the edible, so you had no idea.
You probably did, but you know what? That's what friends are for.
Nah, he didn't see me take the edible. I took the edible before I even walked in.
You don't know what was on the security cameras?
This nigga didn't have access to no security cameras, dog. Either way,
okay.
Yeah, toasted. I was toasted. The rest of the night, I just kept getting like after the speech, I got more high. Oh. Like I wasn't even done getting as high as I was gonna get. Like it was.
Oh, the rocket ship was still going.
Like the ride home.
Oh, you was on some space ghost coast to coast time,
I was on some teleport time, dog. Like
some stuff. Yeah, actually, I forgot about Star Trek had a cartoon too.
Like it's like, yo, when you get back to where you're supposed to be going, you're like, phew, fucking made it.
It's just
you walk.
So glad to sit
you walk
down
around. You walk around the whip. Make sure you didn't hit nothing, so it don't end up being like that scene in fucking Wolf of Wall Street where he fucks up the Lambo on the way home. Yo, it was.
Yeah. You always gotta check the grill, make sure
and
you ain't got no squirrel guts on you.
Of course, Nadine's like, "Yo, you good to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
See,
because you can't.
Because you can't punk out.
You can't punk out.
Like I said, with your boy going 100 miles an hour, you can't punk out and be like, yo, B, yo, slow down, man. Yo, you're going 100 miles an hour.
I got this, man.
Yo, because once he says, I got this, you're like, all right, cool. So only thing you can control is your reaction.
That's it, man. You just put your seatbelt on and go for the ride. But yo, I did try to pass that shit off. I was like, yo, you should do the toast, yo. And they were like, nah, B, like, you the dude. Like,
yeah, you was too high to be on your salesman time.
Yeah, nah, it was a wrap.
Be like, look, you're going to get some brownie points because me and him go way back. But you know, you and him, I heard y'all on the rocks. This is how you get back in.
Nah, not even. I couldn't even have that kind of sale. I was like, you want to do it? You want anybody?
See, the point guard in me is trying to get dish off and assist to you. So it's not about me looking good. It's about us as a team winning. See? But you was too high to make that sale.
I was way too high to make that sale. That's for sure.
Because me, I would have said, like I told you, I'm like, nah, B, I don't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. Be like, yo, come on, man. Do a set. Come on, DJ Iron Monkey. Come on, do a set. I ain't got nothing for you.
Yo, you could have just done the set, though.
I could have, but I didn't know what music you had. And then it's
it's a computer, dog. You just type the name in and the music comes up.
You know, I listen to different types of music.
That's all right, man. Just keep the party rolling, man. 15 minutes. I had a whole list of songs in there. Anyway, for the next shit, you're gonna have to do a set, man.
Yo, matter of fact.
Shout out to the Alibi too. Their last day open was the other day, so it was a good situation with the Alibi Cafe. You know what I'm saying? So the next event's gonna have to be somewhere else. So we're gonna be looking for that. So if you got a venue and you want us to, we can come through and throw a little party up in your spot. Hit us up in the DM. Let us know what's popping. But yo, how was your week, man?
Yeah, my week was cool, man. Like outside.
Oh, and you didn't watch my dogs for me. I meant to fucking cuss you out about that shit.
Nah, I got called into work, man. It was some bullshit. And plus, like, with everything going around, I was like, look, let me get as many hours as I can.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Because I don't know what's going to happen. And true indeed, it did happen. But, nah, like, I worked and my body's hurting. And I haven't worked in a long time. So it was like, my body wasn't used to it. So now it's like, I'm still paying for it. And, you know, it is what it is. But just chilled out. And I was doing some work for the podcast here, doing some work for Daddy Darius Designs, and just took it easy. Enjoyed a lot of the warm weather that we was having. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, right? Fucking 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees in March.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is not a sexy look.
Yeah. Got into a couple of online arguments with people about some things, and I don't know why I get baited so easily when I could just be like, you know what, fuck you. Not say fuck you online, just don't respond.
Right.
But I
you like the debate. You just like the debate. That's all it really comes down to.
I like the conversation. I like the whole conversation of it all because I'm not going to say the same thing over and over, and I'm not going to just speak about personal emotions and my personal feelings on things. I'll actually state some facts, and then I'll be like, look, these are the facts. This is the way I feel. I'm not trying to convert you. Because earlier today, me and you had a conversation about something that we'll talk about later on. But it's like, you know, I'm just stating where I'm standing from. I recognize where you're coming from, and I respect that. Cool. Understand and respect where I'm coming from, and don't try to judge me and call me names because this is the way I feel. And that's one thing I feel like...
I mean, you are a Knicks fan.
Yeah. You know, just like how some people could easily said long ago, like, oh, damn, you're a Patriot fan? Or like, oh, damn, you're a Red Sox fan? Or a Cubs fan? Like for me, it is what it is.
There are no Cubs fans.
Well, they are, but, you know...
Only in Chicago, man.
Possibly so. And and that was the thing too. I got in with a lot of Knicks fans and saying like how Spike Lee's this rich, good for nothing, and he's a spoiled brat. I'm like, yo, motherfucking Spike Lee worked for that spot, opposed to James Dolan, where he got his shit from his father. Like, it's different. Like, when you work for your shit, you have a different appreciation for your shit, and then the people that helped you build it and support you. And the thing that James Dolan doesn't have is that empathy towards people that support him even through these bad years. And people that was siding with him, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, Spike Lee should just use rules are rules. I'm like, yeah, rules are rules, but you got to understand why James Dolan is doing this. Because anytime somebody's new introduced as a president, James Dolan has to roll a grenade into a room and see how that person responds. Because that first day when he changed the rules was when they announced Leon Rose as the new president of basketball operations for the Knicks. Now, Leon Rose is a popular former agent in the NBA circles where a lot of people like him. But number one, he didn't even have a press conference. Number two, this is what he's introduced with on the same day. And it's how do you respond to these crises that James Dolan self-inflict onto the club. And I got caught up in those conversations with people. So
yeah, if I was Spike Lee, I'd get a group of investors together and buy the Knicks.
But Dolan's not selling. That's the thing.
I'd offer them that's what I'm saying. You get like a bunch of like real big money men, and just put an offer on the table. Man, he's so greedy, he'll take that shit.
Well, Dolan's money's long because his father's claim to fame was Cablevision, and he just recently sold Cablevision. This is where people think that, all right, well maybe he might be open to selling the Knicks because he sold Cablevision for at least like $4 or $5 billion or some shit like that, and he's in some legal back and forths with the Clippers because the Clippers are looking to build a new stadium so that way they can get away from the Lakers and have their own shit. But where they're looking to go is going to be in competition with the Forum, where the Forum is owned by James Dolan and the land is owned by James Dolan. So Dolan's like, look, if you build a stadium here, you're going to actually hurt me and take away business from me. So even if I only have nothing but concerts, I have concerts going on, and you got a basketball game. So we're splitting the profits here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know too much about it, but
Dolan got money, like long money. So in order to come up with that amount of money, it's good luck. But see, thing with Spike Lee is Spike Lee has been a fan of the team before James took over the team. So saying that he should just respect the rules and all this, like, no, a lot of Knicks fans.
You should kind of respect the rules, but it should be like a thing where it's like, all right, dude, you can't come in this entrance anymore. Just going forward, like, use the real entrance.
That was the point I was making.
And then just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that was the main point that I was making to a lot of fans online is that, look, as a class organization, what you do is you respect people that have given you money throughout the years. Loyalty programs. Simple shit. Now, even with the rule change, give him somewhat of a respectable heads up. Now, he's been there for about 28 years, so allow him a more personalized heads up. Now,
I don't think you have to do that. I mean, from a business perspective, you just have to send out a letter.
Yeah,
but at the same time, if it hasn't gone out yet and Spike Lee comes to the employee entrance, it's just as simple as going, yo, Spike, you can't come in this entrance going forward.
Exactly.
And then let him keep it fucking moving because it is Spike Lee. Spike Lee is your most visible fan, yada, yada, yada.
Exactly.
But
his beef was that they scanned him in first and then told him that he had to leave and then go through the other entrance. It was like, no, if there was a rule change and you had an issue with it, tell him up front before you scan him in. Once he's in, he's in. Right?
I don't know. I don't know all the details, man. Like, this shit is like...
But for me, it's like, okay, look, they came out with pictures saying that he shook hands and these are the... And like, show a picture of the letter that you sent. Like, these are simple things that, as an organization, that they could easily do. But if there's a rule change, as a class organization, you'll make the change in the off-season. So before people buy the tickets, they know exactly what the rules and regulations are, even when they change. So when they buy the ticket, they know exactly what they're buying into. So there's no question, there's no debate, there's no switching of the rules. If there's a rule change, there's a certain period that the rule change will take effect. Cool.
Yeah, it happened immediately.
But this is what class organizations do, though. They give their valued customers, especially when you've been paying for trash for years. A courtesy. Thank you for your patronage. Going forward, can you please use the designated entrances and exits? Very simple. Not after you scan them in and make a whole drama scene about it, and then flipping it and saying Spike is the drama queen.
We all know that the Knicks are not necessarily a class organization these days
because of James Dolan.
You know, shout out to Troy in the chat. You know what I'm saying? What up, Troy? Oh shit, Nermal is in the chat. What's up, Nermal? I ain't see. She used to work at the bank together. She's mad cool people. Trevelle's in the chat. What up, Trevelle? Jeremy's in the chat. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all popping in the chat with us real quick. Speaking of the fact that this coronavirus, man, you don't even have to worry about your Knicks because there ain't no more fucking basketball anyway.
Nah, they self-quarantine.
Sports is, like, the whole world shut down right now because of corona.
The day the world stood still, man.
No NCAA tournaments, no spring, like baseball pushed back, hockey's
no nightclub.
done.
Yo, Fed's closed for the past 2 weeks, for the next 2 weeks.
I'm not even there yet. I'm just,
you're progressing.
I'm progressing. We're talking about worldwide shit right now. I got to get myself prepared for this local shit. Because that shit directly affects my pockets. You know, and with good reason. There's a lot of shit that should be happening. You motherfuckers should be staying in the house if you don't really need to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cancel, like, Adam Sandler tickets and shit like that. Like, I get that. Large venues should not be open, but the casino just closed. You know what I'm saying? Out here, I don't know about in other places, but we just closed our casino, and that shit was open for a couple days after their fucking little bullshit. But make sure you're doing the right things. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure you're keeping your shit clean. Make sure you're fucking
covering your
mouth when you cough and shit. Try not to cough on people. Make sure you drink a lot of water.
Do the cough into your elbow or your forearm, but don't like cough into your hand and then go and touch the door. Like
make sure you're taking your precautions, man. Clean up after yourself for the next person, or if you're at the gym, like when I go to the gym, I started I wipe all the shit down. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to though.
You're supposed to, but not everybody does. You know what I'm saying? And now with this little epidemic, like, it's like even the dumbbells, you kind of gotta like make sure you clean off and shit.
Are you gonna call people out for not wiping down?
No, I don't have time for that.
No, because like you're next after they're working out and they leave the bench all sweaty and shit.
No, I don't have time for that. When I go to do,
be like, yo, come wipe your shit
down
before I use it.
When I go to do my workout, I don't really give a shit. Like, if you want to walk away from your shit, that's cool. I'll clean that shit because I'm not concerned.
Now you're getting their sweat particles.
I'm gonna clean it anyway.
On your hands.
I'm gonna clean it anyway. Okay. Because I don't trust that they're even gonna clean it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker could just get up and wipe it with a sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point, you know what I'm saying? Even the dumbbells, motherfuckers ain't cleaning up the dumbbells, but you got to take that time now to make sure that you get a little fucking little Clorox wipe for the dumbbells and shit, so that and for the pull-up bars and for all that shit that generally people don't even think about. Now you got to do that shit. You got to wash your hands thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? I still see a lot of nasty motherfuckers not washing their hands after they use the bathroom, man. Y'all motherfuckers, like, ugh. I hope you all get that shit for that, man. Like, but yo, the whole world pretty much shut down. No international travel, no sports. Like, what's ESPN doing right now? I haven't even listened to ESPN. Like, the draft probably canceled. Like,
talk about what happened in the past. Talk about past games. Talk about the flu game.
Actually, today they were talking about.
Oh shit! Damn. Talk about Jordan and the flu game.
Today I was listening to Fox Sports. They had Coutinho on.
Mobley?
Yeah, the big cat. Because they were talking about like the NCAA tournament.
You know, he's a former Knick, right? No, go ahead. Yeah, he used to play for the Knicks. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean,
when Steve Francis was on the team. Go ahead.
He went to URI. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about Hawaii went to URI and shit, but they were talking about Dayton. Dayton's the A10 champs, and they got
Dayton.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Dayton.
Oh no, Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
But they were gonna get a one. They were probably gonna get a 1 seed. This is the first time that Dayton's ever been that good. And now they like a lot of. I feel bad for like the seniors. You know what I'm saying? Like, in like a team like a small school like Dayton, they don't really get the recruitment. Like a team like Duke or a team like a Kentucky.
That's where March Madness comes into play for a lot of these small,
a lot of these young kids like these small conferences. This is their opportunity to like get seen by the next level, and like they shit just got ripped away. I mean, with reason, you know what I'm saying. But also like you have like, getting into like locally and shit where like the governor of Rhode Island. I like to refer to her as Cash Grab Gina.
Yeah, you're not a fan. You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan. Like, fuck her.
No, like I said, you're not a fan.
You're a fan?
I'm just not as critical of her as you are, but go ahead.
She's a fucking cash grab. All she cares about is her pockets, yo. That's why she let the casino stay open for as long as she did.
Well, see, a part of the casino staying open, casinos help fund a lot of things with the general fund.
She also has her pockets in the casino. Like, she gets money directly through her businesses.
Okay.
But
I'm not gonna stand up on a platform and fight for her. But
it's just research, man. It's just like with the whole medical marijuana thing in Rhode Island. Like, she's trying to pull the monopoly on that shit too.
Yeah, I see that.
She gets money on the back end from that shit because she's connected to that shit. But anyway,
I see that.
Cash Grab Gina shut down all the schools in Rhode Island.
Damn, that was real Trumpian of you with the nickname, though. But go ahead.
Oh, that's what it is, man. She shut all the schools down in Rhode Island, which was the right decision to do, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Because you gotta douche the schools out. Mm-hmm. You gotta clean them shits. You gotta disinfect all that shit.
You gotta what the schools out?
Douche. You gotta douche the schools.
That's what I thought you said.
That's what I said. I said what I said, man.
No. I just wanted to make sure I heard correctly because I got the headphones, even though nothing's feeding through.
I don't even know why you're wearing them.
Yeah, I know. It's just a comfort thing.
It's a comfort thing, right?
Yeah. It's my security blanket.
So, right decision. But then she moved the school vacation from April to next week, unnecessarily, in my opinion. Because why? You're gonna shut the schools down anyway. It's a necessity. We're in a pandemic. Like, you've got to shut the schools down. But why move the school vacation and put, like, the back end of that is like how many parents and students and teachers have vacations that are planned and vacation time. And not to say that it was like closing the schools was definitely the right thing to do, but changing the school vacation, in my opinion, was a mistake. Because now in the middle of April, you have all these people that have all these vacations planned that they either have to cancel, or if they can't cancel, they're gonna have half the school population on vacation anyway. And absenteeism and all that shit is going to be fucking out of hand.
A lot of industries are recognizing the pandemic because of the state of emergency. So when it comes to making alternative plans and postponing or canceling plans, people are waiving those penalty fees. And
of course, but why should I have to cancel my plans when I go out of my way as a teacher to plan my vacations around the school vacation time?
See, now the thing that they say too with a lot of these policies that you'll see in the clause in the fine print is that acts of God. Now, even if you don't believe in God, this is something that is outside of the hands of people. So it's something that's here. It's something that they have to address. It's something that they have to recognize, because ignoring it is only allowing it to spread even more.
But here's the thing, though. Aside from all of that, right? You close schools to clean the schools for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. You close these colleges.
Just keep it closed for 2 weeks.
Just to keep it closed for 2 weeks. But they're not forcing people to stay inside. Well, so you're not really stopping the spread. You're not stopping these kids from getting sick and then coming back to school.
Well, see, that is the next step that a lot of people do not want to happen.
There's no mandatory quarantine. And people are not quarantining themselves.
And that is the part that a lot of people don't want, is the mandatory quarantines and martial law. What are you doing on the street? Oh, you're going to your doctors? Let's see your papers. That kind of atmosphere is a very slippery slope, because once they put that into practice in the United States, it can be a fallback plan for other tragedies or crises or pandemics.
Oh, of course.
So once they put that practice, because on paper they could have it in theory, once they put it into practice, it's like stop and frisk. They can stop you and say, where are you going? And then see the results. Oh, well, we have to balance out the people that we're stopping and frisking, and try to balance out the numbers. How can we fudge these numbers?
If it's not mandatory, like, not saying that you got to have like fucking tanks in the streets and shit
not
like
tanks
that,
in the street, but cops pulling you over, asking you.
But if you got to quarantine for this shit to go away, then you got to quarantine. And if people refuse to quarantine, then does it not make sense to, like, at least say it out loud? Like, look, y'all motherfuckers got to stay in the house for the next 5 days while we fucking do what we have to do. If we see you out, you better have a reason to be out.
And that is the part. You
gotta have a reason to be out, because if not, you're closing all these schools down and shutting down all these clubs and doing all these things for nothing. Because people are not staying home. They're still going out and doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're still spreading. So, like, if you're not going to do something about it, what are we going to do? Like, there's no...
What I've seen the city do is and this is a part of a chess game that, in my conspiracy theory mind is thinking, is that they're moving a lot of people from the social, day-to-day, hand-to-hand, person-to-person interaction to online.
Oh, shit. What up, E-Squeezy?
Now, there's a booby trap set there for people that are now jumping into the telecommunicating and telecommuting world. When you go into that, and now you're going into it for the first time, not really knowing what's what, and very casually, there's a lot of booby traps on getting your information, basically pickpocketing you without being person to person. Now there's a flood of people now going to that, and you have all these traps set before this has happened. So
that's a strong conspiracy theory, my friend.
It is.
I mean, it's believable.
And it goes back to Otto Warmbier. Remember how South Korea was saying they sent this dude back and he had some real paralyzing disease, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Right? And they were so comfortable to just be like, you know what? You can have him. For me, he was patient zero. And then on top of it, followed up with how he was saying he was going to give us something for our Christmas surprise. People think that it was bombs and missiles and all this shit. I didn't think it was bombs and missiles because I thought it was going to be Otto Warmbier, a disease. Because you could easily roll that into an environment and be like, it's already been here. Because coronavirus has been on the map for a long time. The problem is that COVID-19 is a different strain. So it's a different form of coronavirus. So people that say, well, coronavirus has been around for long, it's never really been that harmful.
It's like a mutant strain.
It's a mutant strain. So it's like having chocolate Thai weed versus new age weed. It's a mutation. So it's a different strain. Yes,
what it doesn't
the same
do,
family
though,
is different.
What it doesn't do is give you diarrhea. So stop fucking buying toilet paper, people. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, why are you buying all the toilet paper?
Some people
like,
are
what
full
is
of
the
shit.
deal with
with
the overabundance of buying toilet paper? Like, I don't think we're gonna be in an apocalyptic situation. But if you don't have enough food in your house, then you should go shopping more often. Like, but seriously, toilet paper though? Like, I just don't understand that shit.
People don't know how to take showers and use rags. Worst case scenario.
Are you a soap guy, or are you a body gel, shower gel guy?
Doesn't really matter.
Washcloth or fluffy thing?
Washcloth.
Old school right here. Old school.
Yeah, but I take baths too.
That's right. Bath life. I forgot. # bath life.
Scrub a dub.
Along with your homie Gina, motherfucking George, done shut down the whole.
Jorge.
Nah, fuck that. I think his name is George, dog. He done fucking crippled the whole city out here.
Okay.
By temporarily revoking entertainment licenses. Now, This doesn't necessarily affect the small bar, because small bars can still serve their drinks. They're not going to have more than 100 people inside their bar on any given night, at any given time.
Yeah, well, security is stopping people from coming in.
Right, but a small bar doesn't even hold 100 people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even if it's like a busy neighborhood bar, you're not putting 100 people in a busy neighborhood bar.
You shouldn't, but...
You're just not. Like, it's a neighborhood bar, right? So those guys...
St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so come on now. Realistically, it's easy to fill up one of them neighborhood bars.
Maybe. But here's the thing. This dude done revoke... And it's only in Providence. Other bars are still open. They still have their entertainment licenses.
Oh, damn. Onlyville is Providence.
Yeah, it's only in Providence.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically revoked the entertainment licenses from all of the clubs in Providence. So if you live in Providence or you work in Providence as an entertainer, a DJ, a dancer,
barback, bartender,
bartenders. Well, not so much bartenders, because they can still serve drinks. The way that he did it is like...
entertainers.
He revoked the entertainment licenses. So anybody that plays in a band, any DJ, any dancer, go-go dancers, strip club dancers.
So in a bar, it's just straight jukebox.
Yeah.
Or my podcast, if they would.
Or your podcast. So what he's basically done he's crippled primarily adult and urban entertainment in the city.
He's putting adults on timeout
for 2 weeks. Like, do you know how many people in the city make their money from entertainment? Like, how many? Like, you got to think like every bar is straight. They just have to have low numbers in their club. They can still serve their drinks. They got their regulars. They'll make their money.
Problem with that is I feel like they might start jacking the prices on beer. Like Budweiser's that
maybe not. It's only for 2 weeks.
$6.
But you got to think about like, for example, like I work in a strip club. They can't have a DJ for the next 2 weeks.
Basically, they can't have you.
No, they can't have any DJs.
Well,
they can't have any
DJ there, so
they can't have any DJs. They can't have any strippers because they can't have any entertainment.
Not the titties.
So you have, or you have bars that can't have any bands. So if I'm a bar owner and I make a majority of my money off of booking bands, now I can't. I'm losing, 75% of my revenue because I book bands every night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now the people that would generally come to see that band are not coming to see that band. Not to mention that band makes their money touring. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Some of them might have like regular day jobs, but not everybody in a band. Some of these guys are just working musicians. It's what they do.
Yeah, and
so
if you're in a traveling band from Ohio and you're here in Rhode Island and you have a day job, it's not like you could just go to the neighborhood Staples and be like, all right, reporting for duty.
Yeah, right?
Like, nah, nigga, you don't work here. Like, the fuck out of here.
So he's basically crippled the city. Like, you can go outside of the city. You can go to strip club in Woonsocket. It's probably cracking.
But it's Woonsocket.
But if you want to go see titties, that's where you got to go right now.
Are they titties? Really?
I mean, it's a strip club, man. Every strip club got titties.
No. At that point, they're not even titties. Because titties is cute. Titties is nice.
Dude, it's a strip club. If you're the dude,
they're not even fun bags. They're not even melons.
If you're the dude that goes to a strip club for the boobs and the naked bitches, and you want to go see naked bitches, the only place you can see them is in Woonsocket or in Cumberland at Mickey's, where strippers go to die.
Look.
What I'm saying is,
rather than leaving your house self-quarantine and just watch National Geographic if you're going to go to Woonsocket to see titties. Because that's basically what it is.
It's actually not that bad.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
I know.
You're exaggerating the fact that, and you haven't even been there. You're judging the women that you've seen in Woonsocket on the women that would be stripping in clubs. And that's two different things.
Wait.
That's two different things, man.
Wait.
You can't take the population of Woonsocket.
I'm not gonna dry snitch on myself. But I did live in Woonsocket for a bit, and I don't like Woonsocket at all.
See, this is Daoud bringing his personal bias into situations.
It's not personal bias. It could be.
Yeah.
Damn it, man! Come on, nigga, man. You're making me snitch on myself.
Yeah, we're gonna change the subject anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck you, George. For shutting down the city, man. You fucking up everybody's money. Like, and Providence is a tourist city. So when people come to tourist cities,
I rock with Jorge, man.
When people come to tourist cities, they want to go do shit. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't they want to go see a band. They want to have drinks. They want to be festive.
Wait. This is the part.
2 weeks?
This is the part that really throws me off more than all of that. Is the fact that college kids have to find their way now. Like, kids in the city that maybe from California that go to Bryant College or Johnson & Wales or RISD, they can't stay in their dorm rooms anymore because they have to fumigate, or douche, as you like to say, but they have to fumigate the dorms. Where are they going?
Well, the colleges have been actually pretty good with a lot of that shit. They're giving the kids like extra time to get out if their spring break hasn't happened yet. Like we have a student at Drexel. And Drexel, like what some of the schools, not all the schools, but some of the schools have gone to just full-time online, right? So no classroom instruction. All the instruction's online, and some schools are allowing the kids to stay in their dorm rooms until they can leave for spring break. So, for example, like Jalen, his finals are next week. So the school is allowing them to live in the dorms through their finals.
And then have
then once their spring break,
University of Phoenix experience.
Well, yeah, and then once their spring break begins, then they have to obviously leave school because that's what would generally happen. So, but if schools had their spring break this week, those kids just got to rock anyway. they would have already had to rock.
But you see, like my whole point is that the tough part of the world stopping like this is the fact that these kids gotta basically find their way, because not a lot of kids, even when spring break comes around, not a lot of them have the ability of being like, all right, I'm gonna go back home, because
then they would already have been. They already would have had to find their way.
Or
like
they,
kids
they were just planning on staying on campus for spring break.
You can't though. Kids don't stay on campus for spring break.
Mm.
They either go home or they stay with friends. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like
but
those
if they go to
plans
stay with friends and like there's already 12 other people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the real hard part is for the international students who, if they didn't get out,
I didn't even get to that part.
If they didn't get out, they just stuck here, dog.
That's the deeper part I didn't get
like
to.
the international students.
I was just talking about people from California.
The international
Ohio.
students who fly to Canada right now can't fly to. Is there a ban on Canadian? India. Oh my God! Right? There's so many.
Bryant College.
Brown University. We have the huge Indian populations.
Ooh.
Oh shit! What were we saying? Oh, okay. Open the strip clubs again. Yeah, soon.
Yeah, bring back the titties.
The strip clubs are actually open. They just don't have any strippers.
Yeah.
They're just like big bars right now.
Yeah, they don't have any strippers like the ones in Woonsocket.
You know the strippers in Rhode Island don't all live in Rhode Island, right?
Yeah, but somehow the scourge
finds
their way to Woonsocket. You know
DJ Iron Monkey's personal bias against Woonsocket is just draining into the show.
You know what a fast fact somebody told me? Long ago, back in the days of pirates and colonialism, right?
I feel like you're making this up. But
No. Rhode Island was actually known as Rogue Island because a lot of the scourge and people.
I don't believe that.
Used to. You can look it up if you want. You can Google it.
Somebody fact check that shit. You gotta Google it. I'm using my phone right now for the live feed.
I'm using my phone as.
Yeah, you just making shit up, dog.
Okay, so either way,
Iron Monkey's making shit up.
Research it.
Rogue Island, isn't that a beer? Isn't that like a brewery?
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
I think it's also like a terrible rap group.
Probably a rap
group. I
know it's a restaurant. I like going to Rogue Island because they got good food.
Those white dudes in Warwick, didn't they have wasn't they calling them? I don't know. I'm making shit up. But I know that there's a brewery.
I know you're making shit up. No,
I know it's a brewery.
No, because back in the day when they used to have like the steins and the mugs and shit like that, they used to have steins and mugs with glasses at the bottom. So when you're drinking, you could keep an eye on the people when you're drinking. That's why they used to have glass bottom steins. Because when you're drinking the stein, now all of a sudden, if it's blocked, you can't see shit. That's why they used to have glasses. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, because it is one of those things that they used to have in Rhode Island, a.k.a. Rogue Island, because it was known to get the scourge and the...
I'm never going to call it that.
What's the other word I'm
never calling
looking
it
for?
Rogue Island. That shit is not But anyway,
look it up. It's facts.
The fact of the matter is that the fucking Rhode Island, it seems like they're doing shit mad backwards, especially with the school shit. Like they just had a press conference. Like so Wednesday, they were like, all right, the schools are gonna submit their action plans for shutting down, and then on Friday, at like 1:00 in the afternoon, they shut everything down. And then
Rage Against the Machine.
They just shut everything down at like 1:00. That's when they made the announcement. I got a text message from Providence Public Schools. I got a phone call from the robocall at Providence.
Yeah, I got like 5 calls.
I don't even have kids in Providence Public Schools.
You have to be on like emergency contact somewhere.
But then I'm on the emergency contact for Cumberland too, but I didn't get a phone call from them. Actually, they didn't send their phone calls out till like 3:20.
So who's worse, Providence or Cumberland?
It's all the same.
No, it's okay.
I mean, listen, Cumberland School District.
Bad is bad.
Bad is bad. Is what I'm saying. Like
there's no degrees of bad.
They didn't notify the parents quick enough. Like we found out that our 5th grader didn't have school from her when she got off the bus.
And she goes to school in Cumberland.
And then
so
she got off the bus.
Worse.
She was like, "Yo, we don't have school tomorrow." It was like, on Monday. We're off for a week now.
That's worse.
And then we got the phone call at like 3:20. School had already been out for almost an hour. But even worse, I don't have kids in Providence Public Schools. What the fuck are you calling me for at 2:30?
Again, you must be
2:38.
You must be on somebody's thing list.
Maybe.
But you see, look, now that everybody's quarantined and everything, or supposed to self-quarantine, I'm glad now for martial law where Daryl wants them to be cracking the whip like, yo, the fuck you doing out here for?
Go the fuck in the house. Stop spreading this shit.
But you see, that's what I was saying.
Although, if they fuck up my gym days, I'll be mad.
But you see, this is what I was saying. This is where stop and frisk as something as a thought process and actually put in the principle, they actually see how it works out. Now,
stop and frisk worked according to Bloomberg, right?
Yeah, it worked depending on what side of the
How
force
many
you
drug
are.
dealers did they take off the streets, man?
How many people did they harass that weren't drug dealers?
Oh, millions.
But you
Millions.
see,
I'm not about stopping and frisking. I'm just saying, like,
But you see, like-
they should at least, like, it's like they do with the snowstorms, right? When they're like, listen, stay the fuck in the house.
no, but you see, like
Please stay in the house.
ahead of the curve, people like me, especially with stop and frisk, you know, let the white people carry your shit because they're not stopping and frisking them. But you see, now when you're walking down the street, like if they stop you and go, "Where you going?" "Oh, I'm going to the doctor's. Let's see your paperwork." Like now, this is basically how stop and frisk works.
I definitely see that it can get out of hand. What I'm saying is they need to
It just got a different name.
They need to strongly urge people to stay in the fucking house.
Well,
Or shutting down all these schools and closing all these businesses.
It's only so much that they can do before it's government overreach, and now you're taking away people's personal freedoms.
But also,
like, granted, you're taking away the titties, and you know that's a personal freedom in itself. But you can go online and watch titties, but that's not helping out your cause.
Who watches titties? That's gross.
What's
the purpose of watching titties?
Like, you can watch like movies like Swordfish and see like Halle Berry and her tits. Like you can watch like.
I always wonder if that's a body double,
but again, you can watch shit to see
because her
titties.
tits look mad different in Monsters Ball.
You can watch Fatal Attraction.
They were like mad floppy.
And you can see Sharon Stone in a crotch shot.
I don't think that people. I think that people should just stay in the fucking house whenever they need to. But I also feel like if you want to go out, you go out at your own risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no need to close the businesses.
No.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
they don't want to give you a temptation of going out.
This is what I'm saying. You're closing all these businesses. You're closing the mall. You're closing the casino. You're doing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
People are still gonna go the fuck out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But you want to take away temptation of staying out.
You might as well just leave the shit open. People that want to stay inside will stay inside. People that want to go out will go out at their own risk. Like everything else in life, dog. Like you can't force people to stay inside.
No, you can't.
So why do it?
All right, so
I guess that's my point is why do it if you're not gonna force people to stay inside. If
right.
you're not gonna do it, just let people go out and do what the fuck they're gonna do. And if they get that shit, shame on them. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do what you gotta do to not get the shit, right? Stay hydrated, all that shit.
Yeah.
But like don't take away shit thinking that it's gonna solve the problem when it's not gonna solve the problem.
This is how my mind works. Something is taken away. All right, cool. That means that you're allowing something else to happen. Nobody's stopping house parties from happening. Nobody's stopping from having bootleggers having titties inside their basement. Nobody's stopping any of the. Well, maybe cops once they bring up licensing.
Yeah.
But no. But this is
nobody's stopping that now though, even with the clubs open.
So. As a club, you have licensings that you have to worry about because if you still open your club and have titties and you're selling alcohol and shit like that, or have people pay up front for tickets, and then they could do whatever they want with the tickets, get a lap dance or buy liquor. So technically, you're not selling them liquor; you're selling them a ticket. What they choose to do with that ticket is their issue. But see, this is how you get creative. Like nobody's stopping house parties. Nobody's stopping.
It's not about getting creative. It's about why do it.
Because
if you're not gonna do it all the way, let people just.
Because the reason why they're not doing it all the way is because nobody wants to live underneath martial law.
So why do it?
Because you're supposed to.
No, it is fucking stupid. It's stupid. Like you're not stupid. The concept is fucking dumb because it just doesn't make sense. If you're not, it's like saying, it's like you want to punish your kids, right? Your kids do some shit.
So you take away the video game,
but you suggest to them, hey. You don't play that video. I'm going to say that you shouldn't play that video game because you didn't do your homework. If you're not going to take the fucking video game away from them, don't give them a choice whether or not they can do it. Then why even punish them with their video game?
All right, so as a father that has punished my child with the video games, this is what's happened.
Like, it's the difference between suggestion and making a statement. Like, I'm going to suggest to you that you stay in the house because for these reasons. However, if you don't stay in the house...
Yeah, because there's levels to it. And see, like I was just about to state, as a father that had punished my child with his PlayStation, these are the levels. Look, this is your warning. If you don't listen to the warning, this is the next step. Cool. He didn't listen. The next step was no PlayStation. PlayStation is still there. Don't play it. If the problem continues, or I see you playing the PlayStation while we're still in this problem, I'm taking it away. So these are the steps. These are the steps that they're going about. At first, there was no restrictions. Now it's a suggested restriction. Now it's okay. We're taking away certain parts of it where I could take away my son's controller, but the PlayStation is still there. Now it's at the point where, all right, now I have to take the PlayStation. But people and their freedoms, you can't just put your thumb down on people and their freedoms and say, this is what it is, and this is how we're going to stop it. People are going to rebel, and when pressure, it either busts pipes or it makes diamonds. But either way, it's going to be an extreme. So this is just the next step where it's basically taking away the controllers. The PlayStation is still there where people could go to bars and they can go have drinks. But if it gets to the point where it's now spreading even faster, the PlayStation has to come off.
I guess, man. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the methods that folks are using specifically.
And I understand your point because it's really affecting your livelihood more than anything else.
In a situation like if it's gonna be quarantine. If it's not gonna be quarantine, don't stop people from being able to make their living. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
also say, well, hospital workers got to work too, right?
Well, this is the part.
Essential employees is what they call it.
This is the part that I believe that the leadership should now state. People that are directly affected by these shutdowns, like yourself, are available for those emergency unemployment funds
if they decide to give them.
But this is my point. This is where leadership needs to stand up and actually state this, because somebody like yourself that are directly affected by this, the strippers or the ballet dancers, that are affected by this, they're eligible for that unemployment income fund without that 1 week waiting period. That is where setting people like yourself at ease, where it cuts down the anxiety, where, okay, cool, I get paid time off. Where
it's not just the clubs; it's like the airports and shit. It's like
a lot of anybody that is affected directly. Because even the cafes, because I work in a building that has a corporate cafe, but it's owned by an individual. It's not owned by the business. So he needs to be protected, not just for himself and his wife, but also for his workers.
All the people that work at these sporting venues and all of that. But we got to move forward because we're stuck on time, and I know we want to talk about the cartoon shit.
All right, we had two things. We had J Electronica that we'll probably pass over because
we'll come back to J Electronica. I want to give that shit a couple more listens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Right now, Daoud is giving it a 2 thumbs up. I'm giving it like a sideways. I'm giving it like this.
Yeah, you're giving it a hated snap. Hated it.
No. I'm giving it like the jury is still out on shit.
All right.
It's not down. It's not up. It's like
and I was gonna make
teetering.
my case because I made my case earlier off mic.
It's like teetering, but we'll talk about that because we want to get into this.
Because last year what we did for March Madness and based off what's his name, that R&B dude that was trying to say he was Jacquees. He was the R&B of rap.
The king of R&B.
King of R&B.
Still with no
original music.
No nothing.
He's the king of cover R&B. Like,
look at my hair right now, son.
Yeah.
Shit is
Yeah, you got a little Derek Perry going on there. Shout out to DP.
Shout out to DP. Yo, we got to get him on the show, man. I talked to him. He's gonna come on the show.
Hell yeah.
But I got the weird fade with a bunch of hair on the top. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's happening with it.
You got that policeman crew cut.
I got
pull me over and ask me where I'm going.
Sir.
Motherfucker, I'm fit to get a Dutch.
It's more like the David Ortiz. I feel like it's more like David Ortiz.
You got the mini poppy?
Yeah, I got the mini poppy.
Oh, boy. All right, so back to it. So last year, for March Madness to correspond with the NCAA, we had the Mount Rushmore of R&B, where we went 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and with each bracket, every week we went through who was getting voted on, and these were votes based on by the people. So from there, we had our end result. So this year, we figured we'll do the same thing, but we wanted to do it differently. I was thinking about TV show theme songs, like Knight Rider versus
but there's really only 4 good TV
No, but once you break them down by the decades, because last year I was doing some research on it, and there's some ill ones. Like Matt Helms. Like you don't know about that TV show, but that soundtrack is ill. But even what's that show that was on AME? The one about the commercials and John Hamm, Mad Men. Mad Men. That one got an ill intro, like because there's a break in the song and it switches up a bit, kind of like a Travis Scott song. But that one got an ill intro too. 18, but either way, all that aside, I was gonna go with that, but I decided to go with Saturday morning cartoons or cartoons in general because not all these cartoons are on Saturday mornings. So then with that, it was how was I gonna break it down, like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or am I gonna get creative this year and do it differently? Which, knowing me, I'm gonna be creative. So I broke it down into Disney cartoons. Well, these are the categories for Mount Rushmore of cartoons. Major categories are Disney cartoons, Nickelodeon cartoons, Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and then the miscellaneous cartoons. Cartoons that didn't really have like a
didn't
house.
have like a home for like a network home.
Well, they might have been like from I forgot Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget is one of those cartoons.
That was a Nickelodeon cartoon, wasn't it?
No, but it was by Ding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it was shown on Nickelodeon, but it wasn't really Nickelodeon per se. So based on that, I created a list, and I have roughly about 16? Question mark? Because Disney, I got 16.
Yeah, we just might have to throw some of those teams, some of those cartoons in like the brackets with the short numbers, because like, you know, it'd be like when you're the Pac-10 champion, but you're the number 1 seed in the East.
Yeah. So you end up having to travel.
Yeah.
All right, so that being the case, I'm going to try to run down this list as quickly as possible because there's a lot of motherfucking names. So if you're on self-quarantine and you're home and you already watch all your series on Netflix and Hulu and you're just thinking about getting something like Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar's actually pretty decent, but it's not a lot of content. You get like Hell Up in Harlem, black shows. Sheba Baby, Cotton Goes to... a bunch of old shit.
Like blaxploitation shit?
Blaxploitation, yeah. I was trying to avoid that word.
But
Blackula, like, yeah, but either way. So if you're not into like blaxploitation and you already watched all your Hulu and Amazon Prime and all those shows, all right, have fun with yourself, smoke your weed, drink your drink, self-quarantine, do your thing, but at least you can watch some cartoons. So Disney cartoons that I had, and let me see the time so I can try to time this up.
Quick, man.
All right, so Disney cartoons, and no particular order: Clone Wars, Gargoyles, DuckTales, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Gummy Bears. Now, Mickey and Friends. Mickey and Friends are just a bunch of cartoons: Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Chip and Dale, all of those little shorts. Recess, Proud Family, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Goof Troop, Kim Possible, Phineas and Ferb. I'm not going to say that one because it's not technically not there. And I'm not going to read those ones that I crossed off. American Dragon and Winnie the Pooh as Disney cartoons. All right. Now, if you have any, as a listener, if you have any cartoon suggestions, whatever, you could write in, holler at us, and add-ons. All right. So for Nickelodeon cartoons, I had Hey Arnold, Rugrats, SpongeBob, Rocko Modern Life, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Ren and Stimpy, Doug, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, My Life as a Teenager, Chalk Zone, Invader Zim, Courage, I hate that one. I had to say that. Cat Dog, I hate that one too. And Rocket Power for Nickelodeon cartoons. Now, this list is extra long because it's Hanna-Barbera cartoons, so I'm going to go quick and try to keep my voice. Alright, so I have... Super Friends, Flintstones, Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, Johnny Quest, Jonesy and the Pussycats. Oh, I did have Wacky Races up here. Smurfs, Blue Falcon and Dynamite, Adam Ant. I have Birdman and Harvey Birdman together. Powerpuff Girls, Captain Planet, Space Ghost. I'll say Popeye. I'm not gonna say Godzilla. Hong Kong Phooey, Jabberjaw, Snorks. Now this is where the list gets even longer because I forgot about Tom and Jerry, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Captain Caveman, Yogi Space Race. That one was a good one. Pink Panther, Snagglepuss, Top Cat, and Dick Tracy. Yeah, Dick Tracy was a good motherfucking cartoon. All right, now this is the list that is extra motherfucking long. And I'm going to try to speed through this. So, starting with He-Man, She-Ra, G.I. Joe, Voltron, X-Men. All right. Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, Transformers, Silverhawks, Tom and Jerry. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Batman had a bunch of cartoons, so we'll just say Batman. Superman, Spider-Man had a bunch of cartoons, so let's just say Spider-Man. Mask. I put Bob's Burgers and Archer in the same one, but we could probably split that up. But then we have Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, The Tick, Battle of the Planets, The Head, Aeon Flux, Daria, Gem and the Holograms, Cops. Take a breath. Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Ronin Warriors, Wonder Wheel, Pole Position, Mon-Chi-Chi's, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Centurions, that's how shit. Care Bears, Popple, that's getting crossed off. Mr. T, Inch Eye, Private Eye, Dragon's Lair, Bionic 6 is a good one. I'm mad I fucking forgot about that shit. RoboCop, that one's getting crossed off. Planet of the Apes, that's a deep cut one for myself. Beetlejuice, that's getting cut. Alf, Punky Brewster, Richie Rich, Archie, Herculoids, WWF, this is before they switch over to WWE, All Stars, MC Hammer had a cartoon, Kid and Play had a cartoon, Jackson 5, the infamous cartoon that they had, the Sports Stars with Wayne Gretzky's, Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson. Heathcliff and Garfield.
Did you get Robotech on there, dog?
Robotech, I forgot Robotech.
Oh, it's a lot of cartoons. So we're gonna break the list down and put the brackets out there for y'all.
I'm gonna just take a picture of the damn list because retyping this shit is gonna be outrageous.
Well, we gotta narrow down that one list and move some cartoons over anyway.
Yeah, because I forgot about Black Star too.
So we're gonna get the brackets together and put them shits out for you motherfuckers to start voting on them next week.
Yep. I'm actually putting a list out there too for the reason why Saturday cartoons end up getting phased out. You know, so that way people not just knowing about the Saturday cartoons actually know about the history and how it got phased out outside of people being like, oh man, why don't they do that anymore? Oh, the only thing they show is nothing but Judge Judy and animal shows. There's a reason why.
But also, make sure you join us, man. We're up against it right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're about to get back into the real world. Make sure y'all stay coronavirus free.
Yeah, hey, you can go to priceright.com and offer them 40 in the blunt, see what they offer you for a trip around the world. Yeah, 40 in the blunt. Like,
Price Right?
Price Line.
Oh, I thought you said Price Right.
No.
I was like, dude, that's a grocery store.
I know.
Anyway.
I was there.
Make sure you join us, man, next week. Make sure you check us on all the social medias. Make sure you check the YouTube for the video, the live feed video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened with the Spreaker, but it's in 73. It's episode 73 and 73.5.
Well, that's the pie part of it all.
Make sure you get your pie
mm-hmm.
and your steak and blowjob today. We'll check y'all out next week. Word.
So with all this coronavirus shit going on, do you think a chick's gonna eat your ass and give you a blowjob for a blowjob day?
I don't think a chick's gonna eat your ass and give you a blowjob.
I'm not asking for me. I'm just asking in general.
You still looking for big booty hoes?
No, hell no.
He's not looking for big booty hoes.
No, hell
unless you're coronavirus free, and then he might.
No, hell no.
He might say what's up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be coronavirus free. That's all that really matters.
All kind of viruses.
Oh wait, you can't have any viruses.
Oh, fuck that. H1N1. All of that. I don't know.
Unless you so no big booty hoes?
Nah, fuck that shit.
He's lying. Big booty hoes, he loves them.
Well, if they love me,
hey, thanks for tuning in to the live today too. We appreciate y'all logging on. I don't know what's happening with my thumb. Make sure y'all tune in all the time for the live, because we're always gonna have the show live and shit. Always thanks to Anderson Street Studios and all that. And we'll check y'all next week.